My name's Ellie Young. I'm a midwife. I work at James Cook Hospital and currently working on the delivery suite. So I was lucky enough to be able to be a full-time mum to my children. Originally I was going to go to university, but that didn't work out. So once my children had gone to full-time school, my husband said, right, now it's your time to do something. Working in healthcare had always been something that I'd wanted to do, that I'd thought about doing. So in order to do that, I needed to get back into full-time education. That's where the Access course came in. The day that I decided to get back into education, I presumed that I would be able to go to university and do a degree because I'd done GCSEs and I'd done A-levels. However, I didn't realise that because I'd been out of education for so long, that wasn't the case, and that's how I ended up on an Access course. It was an Access to Health course, which was specially tailored towards the career that I wanted to take. I found the course completely doable. It took a year out of my life and it was very, very hard work, but I was well supported by my family, by my kids, by my husband, by my mum and dad. They were good babysitters, and it was totally doable. The work was hard, as I said, but also with the teachers, the support from the college, there was no excuse not to do it. It was fine. Doing an Access course has completely changed my life. It enabled me to get on to do a degree and then enabled me to get on and do the career that I always wanted to do. It was also a massive change to my family's life because I'd always been there. I was always the mum that was there waiting with the tea ready. That wasn't there anymore, so the kids had to fend for themselves, which ended up being fantastic for them because it gave them that little bit more independence that they'd never had. So although it changed my life, it changed their life as well. It was great for all of us. I would tell anybody, just go and do the Access course. It was absolutely fantastic. Changed my life. And aside from changing my life, it was just a great experience to be part of like a class. I was spoilt. We had a fantastic class. The age range was from, I think 18 was the youngest, up to me, the oldest. I think I was 30-something at the time. So I was like the mum of the group, and we were great. The whole class gelled. We had a fantastic time. We supported each other. The teachers supported us. I would just tell anyone to do it, even if nothing ever came out of it, even if they never went on to do the degree, just to get back into education and try something new. It was fantastic. The reason I wanted to be a midwife, I don't know that there ever was one reason why. Working in healthcare was always something that I wanted to do. I like working with people. I like making a difference to people's lives. Being a midwife makes a massive difference to people's lives every day, and every day is completely different. I think having children of my own kind of made me go down the pathway of midwifery rather than nursing. Like having experienced midwives and what they do made me think that, yeah, that's something that I want to do and that I can do, and here I am now doing it. I would definitely recommend the Access course to anybody who wants to change their career, start a career, start a new life for themselves. It was a stepping stone for me to get me into university and get me back into education, and it got me back into the routine of being in education, and it taught me the basics of going to university. So simple things like referencing. I'd never done referencing before. That was a big thing. I'd learnt that in the Access course, so when I got to uni, that was then something that I already knew about. I didn't feel completely thick with all the young ones who already knew what that was. I'd definitely recommend it for anybody who wanted to change their career, somebody who had maybe been working in a shop, I don't know, and then wanted to get into healthcare. I'd always thought about getting into healthcare. It's a year out of your life to then get into the career that you've always wanted to do. I think the best thing about the course, and the thing that made the course so doable, was the support that you received from the teachers. Each and every one of them was completely different, but seemed to get us totally and get every single member of the class, and it just worked. The class and the teachers all worked together. The support that we all had for each other, and I don't know, like the pride that the teachers seemed to have in us when we achieved things was just fantastic. It was great. Following on from my access course, I didn't get into university the first time. It actually took me 3 times of applying before I got in, which I was on dodgy ground because you're only allowed to apply for so many years. Your access course is only relevant for so many years after you get it. So if I was to tell anybody, give anybody a little piece of advice, it would be to persevere if you don't get there first time. Obviously it's hard when you get knocked back, and hopefully you'll have the support that I had from my family at home. But even if you don't, just keep going, keep trying, because it's definitely worth it in the end.